A box with an open top is to be made from a square piece of board 3 meters in length by cutting a square from each corner and folding up the sides. Okay, so we know we have a square of 3 meters in length. So here's a square, and each side is 3 meters. 3, 3, 3. Okay. What does it say? You cut a square from each corner. Okay, so I'm going to cut a square from here, cut a square from here, cut a square from here, and cut a square from here. So we don't know how much of the square we cut, right? But let's just say that we cut X distance or something from each side. So we like, let X be the length of cut square. Okay. So if your original square is 3 meters in this length, and you cut X away on this side, and you cut X away on this side, then your resulting is 3 minus 2X. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So cool. So basically we're going to have a box that looks like this, where each side is going to be 3 minus 2X, 3 minus 2X, 3 minus 2X, 3 minus 2X. Right? Because you took X away from each side. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, cool. So now that is, so if we fold up, so basically this is like a net that we've created, right? If we fold it up, we kind of get like a box. You see that, right? If like we fold up these sides. So what was the length of this? This was X, this was X, this was X, 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 X. So if we fold this up, then the height of the box is going to be X. Does that make sense? Right? Cool. Awesome. So what is the question wanting? It said find the dimension of the box with the greatest volume. Okay, so volume of a box is length times width times height. Okay, so our length is 3 minus 2x. Our width is also 3 minus 2x. And our height is how tall it's going to be, which is x. Make sense? Yeah? Cool. So now that's the equation. So I'm going to just expand it out. So volume is equal to 3x minus 2x squared times 3 minus 2x, just applying the x into one of them. Then we have 9x minus 6x squared minus 6x squared plus 4x cubed. So that's 4x cubed minus 12x squared plus 9x. Okay. So that's the equation for volume that we had. And it said find the dimensions of the box with the greatest volume. So greatest is another way of saying maximum. Does that make sense? Right? So again, what do we know about the maximum? What's the derivative there?
0.
0. Perfect. Take the derivative, set it equal to 0. So if this is our volume, what is the derivative of the volume?
0.
It is 0, but yep, perfect.
And 12x 2 subtract 24x plus 9.
Amazing, awesome. So there we go. Here's our equation, and we have to set it equal to 0, like we said. And then we can try to solve this by factoring. First, I want to say you can take out a 3 from this equation, and you're left with 4x squared minus 8x plus 3. And then we can try to factor it. Find two numbers that multiply to 4 times 3, so they multiply to 12, but they add to negative 8.
4 and 4.
4 and 4. 4 times 4 is 16.
What's the 16?
4 times 4 is 16, not 12.
Like 16? Yeah.
So multiplies to 12 adds to 8. Oh, 6 and 2. Negative 6, negative 2. Negative 6, negative 2. Negative 6, negative 2. So let's break it down. So we have 0 equals 3, 4x squared minus 2x minus 6x plus 3. Split down the middle. What do you think comes out of the first side?
2x.
Perfect. Then you're left with 2x minus 1. And then what comes out of the second side? Plus or minus?
Minus?
Yes, perfect. If the first one's negative, take out a negative. So minus 3, 2x minus 1. Awesome. So now we have 3, 2x minus 1 and 2x minus 3. Okay, cool. Now we can give our answers. So give the zeros. Here x would equal positive 1 over 2, and here x would equal positive 3 over 2. Does that make sense? Right? Now it's a matter of which answer is correct. So keep in mind that your length was 3 minus 2x. So if I have 3 minus 2x, let's plug in half. Let's see what we get. 3 minus 2 times half, so that's 3 minus 1, which is 2. But if you plug in the other one, 3 minus 2 times 3 over 2, that's 3 minus 3, which is 0. Can you have a length of 0 in order to have a box?
Oh, yeah, no.
No, like, then you have no box, right? It's like, okay, so obviously the answer is not that one. So it's got to be this one. So length is 3 minus 2x, which is 3 minus 2 times half, which is 3 minus 1, which is 2. Width is also the same thing. And then the height is whatever the answer for x was, so half. So therefore, the dimensions are 2 by 2 by half. Does that make sense? Cool. Okie dokie. Now the last question.